What did Shapiro say in the college newspaper op-ed that has anti-Israel activists so mad? Remember, this is from 1993, and he said this, quote, Palestinians will not peacefully coexist. They do not have the capabilities to establish their own homelands and make it successful, even with the aid of Israel and the United States. They are too battle-minded to be able to establish a peaceful homeland on their own. Charlie, what does it say about the Democrat Party that Governor Shapiro feels compelled to walk this statement back?
Well, I think it's the most glaring chapter in this long saga about the party's hand-wringing over the possibility that Kamala Harris would pick Josh Shapiro, again, because he's Jewish. And if you look at one thing that I think is kind of interesting, if you look at his record on Israel, is actually not all that different than a lot of the other Democrats that are under consideration. The only problem with Josh Shapiro is that he's Jewish. And the idea that this is where we are today, with the Democrat Party, on the one hand, as disgusting as it is also really not really surprising when you consider the entire party has been built around this identity politics, where race and gender and religion are all that Democrats care about in politics. And it's very dangerous and it's very disgusting.
Well, I mean, there's actually a campaign against him saying, no genocide, Josh. I want to get this statement that his team gave to Fox Digital. It says this: since he wrote this piece as a 20-year-old student, Governor Shapiro has built close, meaningful, informative relationships with many Muslim American, Arab American, Palestinian Christian, and Jewish community leaders all across Pennsylvania. The governor greatly values their perspectives and the experiences he has learned from over the years. And as a result, as with many issues, his views in the Middle East have evolved into the position he holds today. David, we've seen the Biden administration do this tightrope walk between Jewish voters and Muslim voters. Would picking Shapiro divide the Democrat Party? Would that fracture the Democrat base?
They're already divided in one sense from the old Democrats, and they're unified in this anti-Israel hatred because it's part of their platform. It's no longer to be debated whether there are some that may disagree with it. It's really, why do the major influencers, the leaders of the party, all fall into this, along with their allies like Sean Fain at the head of the UAW, with Randy Weingarten, with the teachers' unions. Look at all the people who are the real power players, the real elitists, and they're all aligned with this. So the Democrats no longer have a defense. The problem with Shapiro, beyond him being Jewish, is the fact that will Jews in Pennsylvania who are living in Philadelphia, for example, under heavy attack, right? They're being insulted. Some have been assaulted on the streets in his very home state, whether they're going to come around and vote in one of the most liberal cities in America. They have a problem, but they created the problem. The American people shouldn't live with it.
Alicia, former President Trump has some thoughts on this. Let's take a listen, and then I'm going to come to you on the other side.
If she picks Shapiro, she's going to lose the Palestinian vote, and that's fine. Everybody has their liabilities. I think if she picks Shapiro, who happens to be Jewish, she loses her little Palestinian base because they like me because they think I'm going to bring peace to the Middle East, even though I'm very strong for Israel.
And this comes at a complicated time as things, continue to heat up in the Middle East as well.
But also, can I just say, you have to imagine J.D. Vance is thinking to Josh Shapiro, welcome to the things I said at one time coming back to haunt me club, and just sitting back and like, you know what, you enjoy your time in the sun right now. But getting back to that point, why don't we flip this a little bit? Let's imagine that these are the Republicans, and they're having conversations like, do you think our electorate can handle a Jewish vice president? Do you think our electorate can handle a black vice president? Do you think they can handle that? But Democrats are actually having these conversations, and they're having them out loud. And that is something I think the larger electorate might want to think about here.
Absolutely. And there's also this. Well, one of Obama's former top advisors isn't too sure about the hoopla over Kamala Harris. Watch.
There's a lot of irrational exuberance on the side of on the Democratic side of the aisle right now, but it is absolutely Trump's race to lose right now. He is ahead, and he is ahead most of the battleground states. They're close. They could be won by either candidate.
And in case you missed it last night, Trump is making sure everybody knows about the Veep's radical policies. Listen.
With 4 more years of Kamala, the California socialist, you know, she destroyed San Francisco. Then she destroyed the whole state. Kamala Harris let in the savage monster who murdered Laken Riley. He was an illegal alien who was in Border Patrol custody, but under Harris's policies, instead of being deported immediately and fast, he was set free into America. Please enjoy your stay. Laken's blood is on Kamala Harris's hands, and she was in charge of the border. The choice of this election could not be more stark. On the one hand, you have a radical left freak. You have a candidate who is fake, fake, fake. On the other hand, you have a president who will fight, fight, fight for America.
David, I mean, we just heard there, obviously, you know, Kamala Harris was previously named the most liberal senator. Right. Is the case being prosecuted against her effectively?
Not yet. I'm just going to start there. The focus on policy needs to be more than what Donald Trump says. The J.D. Vance is doing it. Excuse me. The rest of the Republican Party needs to get on board because Americans are aligned with the issues. Right? Whether it's on Israel, the economy, the border, all of these issues, Americans are more aligned. And take away the head-to-head polling on these issues, Trump and the Republican Party and the Republican platform win by a lot. So my I guess, challenge to the Republican Party or to voters out there, you have the person, the party, the policy platform, and the desired outcome. Which one gets you closer to your desired goal, which is, you know, we've said it before, constitutional Republican capitalism over a socialist economy and dependency.
Right. And there's been so much chaos with the assassination attempt and then, you know, Joe Biden stepping down. You know, Elisa, we watched this yesterday together. I want to show this for the audience as well. So this is a conservative activist, Michaela Montgomery, at that rally in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's watch together.
She looks at me, it's President Trump. You saved my college. And I said, how the hell do you know that? She said, you are, this one is so smart, so sharp. She grabbed me. She gave me a kiss. I said, I think I'm never going back home to the First Lady.
You were supposed to keep that quiet.
You are an incredible person. I think you have a tremendous future.
I do want to add on to some of the remarks that were made by others, and we do need to do our best to get the message out there. The fight is nothing if all we do is talk about it amongst ourselves. And nobody needs this message more than my folks. So do y'all care for real? Are y'all with us for real? I'm going to give it back to Big T.
Yeah, no, they should go on the road together because they have a really great dynamic.
Something tells me they are going to.
Yeah, you're probably right, but also,
act.
I mean, she could actually be very helpful to him and also help him focus on the issues, which, to David's point, that's what folks want to hear about because the weaknesses for the Harris campaign are the economy and immigration.
Charlie, close this out.
Yeah, and you know, that is a perfect demonstration of how real the Trump enthusiasm is, and you compare that to the fakeness of the Kamala Harris enthusiasm. The only real enthusiasm about Kamala Harris is it's not Joe Biden, and that's not enough to carry you into an election.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.